Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're outside. Ladybug is doing her business. It is still hazy, cloudy, overcast up here in northwestern Wisconsin. My sister was saying yesterday, she lives around the Madison area, that it was very hot and humid down there, 80 degrees. Here, not so much. I just asked Alexa what the weather was going to be like for the next 7 days. It's supposed to be like this. We're supposed to be having rain later in the week, mid to upper 70s. The humidity is going to be going up. We're going to finally, according to her, get 80 degree weather, high 80, hot, full sun next Sunday. So I have 6 more days. Be patient, Jerry. Be patient. How do you like this shirt? Here we go. Try to do a outside shot here. This is a 2XL. Got to go. The husband told me. I have a lot of the clothes upstairs, and for those of you that know, you know I can't go up the stairs. So I have a lot of the clothes upstairs in the spare bedroom. Nobody goes up there. We're not getting any guests. That I plan on going through, like I told you guys a while ago, wearing, not bother washing. The truth of the matter is, because I don't do the laundry and I can't go up and down the stairs to burn the clothes. I know it. To some of you, you guys are saying this makes 0 sense, but you gotta understand what I'm dealing with. It's easier to burn the clothes than not think about, number 1, ever fitting in them again. Number 2, donating them to somebody, saying, in my opinion, this is just Jerry's opinion, hey, these are my old fat clothes. You want them? That just has just some kind of a bad connotation. Or dealing with the fact of burdening my husband and doing excess laundry. I know it doesn't make sense, but you gotta understand what I'm dealing with right now at the time. It is what it is. So with that being said, all things gotta go. When I say literal fire sale, I mean literal fire. It's gotta go in the fire. Okay, speaking of fire and what's in the can or burn barrel, whatever you want to call it, I realized that last week before going to mail, I did a video, and I'm going to pop that in next. I look at it more along the lines of humor. It's, to me, it's personal to me, but I thought this might be comedic, or somebody might benefit from this, because quite frankly, until I learned about this 7 years ago, I didn't even know what was a thing. Now, I knew, because I told you guys about the grandma thing, that she wanted to be plucked because she didn't want to have those chin hairs or mustache hairs. So she told that to my mother in confidence, and my mother made sure that she wasn't my grandmother, Helen, who I was named after. Shout out to Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo, I was named after our grandmother. The curse, shall we say, of the lip hairs and the chin hairs. So enjoy this next video. Giggle with me. Go right ahead. It's all good. But I'll explain after the video. So I will talk to you guys later. Watch the video.
I truly hope this is enough light. Well, here we are. What is Jerry going to use? Is she going to use the tweezers? Pluck, pluck, pluck. Is she going to use the razor? Don't laugh. What I'm about to tell you is a real product. It's called a tinkle. What it is a lady's straight razor, straight edge, very small, very petite, kind of cutesy. I can't get it because it's upstairs, so we're just going to have to go with it. Nope, we're not tweezing, we're not plucking, we're not shaving. This is from QVC. I've had this for many years. It's called Erase. Can you see that? Is it possible? I have used waxes, depilatory creams, etc., etc. This is the dreaded one. If you can see that right there, right here. Look at that. Despicable. Why am I even showing this on camera? This is embarrassing. This is the tool. It's a wonderful tool. Let's turn it on. It's got 2 speeds. Low. Well, that's high. This is low. The first one's low. There you see the little tweezers in there. Now it's high. We're going to go low. Oh, it's high. Okay, go low. First, we're going to get rid of this little bugger. Oh, I hope you guys can see it. On the bathroom light. There we go. That's perfect. That's a mess. Watch it go by. See? Look at that. Gone. Gone. I have to do the whole face like this. Now, what you're supposed to do is hold your skin taut like this and go with the flow. Mustache, that should be charming. I have one too. I have one. Do you have any shame, Jerry? Will you not do anything, not for clicks? Just saying. Mustache. Ladies of my age, you probably have these. There we go. Oh, I can feel it. What it feels like is 60 little tweezers at the same time because it's rotating. It's turning around. That'll really show up. 60 little tweezers that are going in and plucking all these hairs. Pluck, 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 pluck. I'm going to turn it on again. Low speed. Do this. I'm not going to do this for 5 minutes. It's not going to happen. But I will show you this part. Hopefully this will show up on the camera. Another reason why I wore black, because I want whatever little specks, flecks, hairs to show up on my black shirt. Will they show up right now? I don't know. We'll find out when I get into natural daylight. So let me finish up this face. If you can see it, you can't. I should do this. There we go. If we look up against black, black to black. Here we go. This is before. Black to black. If you can see my hairs. See that? Black to black. Black on black. Before. And after. There we go. I gotta get busy. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Well, there you have it. That's the progression of the breakfast sandwich. Monday breakfast for Jack right there. Beef tallow, hash browns, and well, you saw the rest of that. So good. It's delicious. All he has to do is put the salt on. Bon appetit. I have a question. While waiting for the 9, in my case, 9 a.m. Kelly Hogan meeting to start, is it okay to watch the Ben Azadi video? Hence, multitasking? Question mark. Asking for a friend. Okay, I finished my Kelly Hogan weekly class,
And now I want to show you a little experiment that I'm doing today. I have decided that this week I am going to try to hold off for a minimum of 2 hours after waking up to not drink any coffee. I can drink the water, I can drink water, but insofar as any caffeine or any type of stimulation is concerned, no, not this week. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I have in front of me that's going to be the regimen for the week. Here we are. We've got the Vitamix container. I have to do this in 2 stages today. I've got 1 cup of boiling water that I get from the Ninja. Putting my tablespoon measurement in there. Here I have, again, from the Ninja and from the pod, 1 12-ounce glass thermos. This thermos is probably 18 or 20 ounces. Thermal container. I think it's a Yeti. Yeah, these are great. These last heat very long. The heat stays well in them. And then this is the twist. I'm going with, because I purchased this the last time as opposed to the Chicago beef tallow, I chose the bigger one. Jack's eating more fried foods, which is fine, but I still want the good stuff in there, and I wanted a bigger container. Definitely has to have 100% grass-fed good tallow. He had to open this for me because, as you'll see these little notches or whatever, these were a pain. I don't have the grip strength to open it, so he opened it. Now comes in the spoon that I got from the hot water that had to be boiling, because now what I'm going to do is scoop in here into the bucket and get 1 table. Look at this. This is like ice cream. Doesn't this look pretty? But it's not ice cream. I need 1 level. Whoa, Jerry. 1 level. That looks pretty level, I guess. That looks pretty level. Try it again, smoothing it out. Do a little bit more. Or a little bit more of a roll. What do you think? That looks good. That looks good. Now let me put this beef tallow into the coffee. See how it just came out perfectly? Perfect. And of course the coffee goes into the Vitamix. And I have to go to the Vitamix. I had to put Chris and Ash on pause so that we won't hear them. Now I have to go to the Vitamix machine. Look at that. It melted perfectly. And whiz it up. Stand by. Okay, prepare yourself for the sauna. There she goes. All steamy. Switch my cups around. I have to refill a container because today I am starting new beef tallow for deep frying for Jack. Here we go. Check it out. Smooth and creamy. This is just like cream. It really is, but it's beef tallow. Now, I am going to turn the camera around so that you can see. First sip of the tallow. That's all it is. Whoops. Show it to you again. Whoops. Oh, there she is. Tallow, tallow, foamy frothiness. Sip. Now, all this is coffee and tallow. I do not taste steak. If that's what you're thinking. If you're thinking I'm going to be drinking steak. It doesn't taste like that at all. I'm used to beef tallow. I'm used to the beef fat. I like it. It doesn't have a distinct flavor. It doesn't smell like when you go into, I don't know, I'll just pick on the world's biggest McDonald's, and you smell that seedy oil smell, or some Greasy Spoon restaurants, that the oil that you know that they have in there is horrific smelling. This is not. But again, this is a very good beef tallow, so I think it's a win. I'm gonna keep it. Keep it in my arsenal. I might do butter tomorrow, but just wanted to show you. Beef tallow, whipped in a blender. You know what it looks like? It tastes good. Just my opinion. I'm using a good quality beef tallow. 2 thumbs up. But I can only show you one because the other one's operating the camera. Later. Well, this is my cook to reclaim lunch of the day. It's on a luncheon plate, guys. It's not 2 big, humongous burgers. 2 done medium QVC burgers. 2, as you can see, my egg gravy is coming out of it over easy eggs. And this is what's for dinner, along with my, of course, my 0 carb life mug full of bubble water from the soda stream. Cooking to reclaim. Hashtag cook to reclaim. I'm doing it, Chris. I just got off the line with Kelly Hogan talking about the better sugar diet that Dr. Sean Baker has just put onto YouTube today. So if you're seeing my video, which is coming up later on Monday, what day is today? Good night, Lucille. It's Monday, June 16th. So if you're seeing this later afternoon, early evening, anytime afterwards, you got to check out Dr. Baker. Now, I'm one person that I want to toot everybody's horns. I don't care if you're like me, a small YouTuber, and are trying to get more people to look at you. If I have to continue my shout out Sundays, I love doing that. But you got to understand, Jerry, a lot of people don't know me, and the things that I've gone through in my life experiences that, like, I'd like to tell our children. Y'all think that you know everything. I thought when I was 19, I knew everything too. And you buck your parents, but live and learn. So here I am, 64 years old, talking to my sister, who is 73 years old. And we say, if we just had it all to live all over again, wouldn't it be nice? Now we're at the door of being able to see our parents once again in heaven. So that's a big, glorious hope for me, for my sister, for what I think should be everybody. But I'm still very sensitive, and how did they say it? You don't know what somebody else is encountering during the course of the day. So as you're dealing with being a 30-something mother with screaming kids in the grocery store, and you have to hurry up because it's 4 o'clock and you have to go home, clean the house, let the dog out, make a family meal, do all the things you still have to do, and you're going to jump down a bagger in the grocery store's throat? For what? Think.
Who said that? There was in Winnie the Pooh. Think, think, think. That's it. I am doing something ba-boom exciting for dinner tonight, so stay tuned. Later in the video, it's gonna be good. BBB&E good. Later. Okay, the 2 pieces of bacon are done for right now, so I'm going to take these off and go to the next step. Now you see what remains after I took the bacon pieces off? That's liquid gold. I'm going to grab one of the Egg Life wraps. It's as big as my hand, and if you watched the video yesterday with my ice, you know how big my hand is. And we all know that the Egg Life wrap really does not have any flavor. So I'm using this as, in essence, a sponge right now, absorbing the grease and absorbing the flavor. Let's flip it. Let's see if I can be brave. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look at all that flavor. It's imparting color and it's imparting flavor. Okay, next step. So for those of you that know, you know Jerry. My sister's looking at this now saying, this is not my sister. She does not believe in paper plates. She washes everything. Someday I'll tell you the story about, I think I'll tell you the story about it later, about what happened at my grandma's house cooking for her and how I drove her crazy years ago when I was single digits in age. So we've got all this flavor still on here after the Egg Life wrap has done its job so far. Now it's time for the burger. On the plate, stick it right on the flat top. Oh, get rid of these paper plates, unsightly things that they are. Cook this burger both sides, getting all the flavor from the bacon. Now I have to sprinkle on a little of the Redmond's real salt onto the burger liberally because I like salt. Salt is good, especially when you're on the way of eating that I use. It's good. It's flavor. Okay, knowing that we live in Wisconsin and Culvers is a thing and they call it smash burgers, I choose not to smash my burger. Why should I lose the fat? Fat is flavor. I've already extended it to the end of the paper plate to fit the size that I need for this particular recipe. Soon it's time to flip, but no smashing. Stop smashing your burgers, people. Save that for Culvers. And in my opinion, the Culvers burger is best when freshly smashed and it still tastes fatty. So, no flipping, still cooking. Okay, look at that fat. It's splishing and splashing up. Now it's time to flip it. And I am not a lefty. Oh, this is not good. Let's reverse hands. There we go. That's better. Now I have it with the right hand. Flip that burger. Woo-hoo! There we go. Cooking it on the other side. Okay, it's just about ready. And did you notice the bacon is back on the griddle? Just about ready. Time to introduce. Look at that thing. Woo! I can see my camera lens is going to be full of grease spatters. Yeah. Move everything over I'll move it over this way and zoom out. We have an empty space here. What goes in the empty space, pray tell? Gotta use up the fat, right? Scooch my fat over. Whoops, sorry about that. Scooch my fat over into the middle of the griddle. We don't need no stinking black stone. Not here, not in the middle of a forest. Here goes the egg. It wouldn't be BBB&E without the E, now would it? We'll come back when it's ready to flip. That was barely 30 seconds that I had you on hold. Bringing back the paper plate. And the egg life wrap is going back on the griddle. On top of the egg life wrap is going the burger. On top of the burger, you got it, is going the bacon. You see where I'm going with this? Now, this should be exciting. I want a little sauce. Everything's hot. This is why I want the sauce. Back it out a bit. There we go. That's the sauce on my BBB&E dinner wrap. No smashing, nothing. And now, in the interest of YouTube time, we have a real plate. This is what's for dinner. Look at the gravy. Look at the sauce. You don't need anything additional on here. Do you? Do you? Think, think, think. That's right. Butter. You need more butter. More butter makes it better. That's not proper English, I realize. Butter. Oh, don't lose the sauce, Cherry. More butter does make it better. Let me turn the camera around and give you the money shot. Here we go. I don't want to tip it too much. I don't want it to fall off. And I don't want to lose all my butter. Got to take a bite. I did wait a couple of minutes, but you know how I am. Look at this. Look at the juice. There's one bacon. All the butter. What I'm going to do is, when I turn off this camera, I'll be dipping into the butter and the egg yolk. The burger is perfect. Culvers ain't got nothing on me today. Oh, and if you're wondering what's going to happen to the griddle, that's going to be for Jack's dinner. I'm going to be making him grilled cheese. He likes it. And beef tallow french fries. That's his dinner. But for right now, I don't have to take a picture of his dinner. For right now, this is good. Stop smashing your burgers, people. Try this BBB&E. Is it a thing? Yeah. I know why I'm succeeding so well on this year is because I'm doing more recipes. I'm not just doing the slap a burger or a steak on an air fryer and eating it. Oh no. I'm making cool and unique recipes that people like you and I want to eat. And because this is not a mukbanging channel, I'm going to eat this in the privacy of my own kitchen. by myself. I'll talk to you later.
And this is why I'm doing Jack's dinner after mine, because of flavor.
Many of you do not realize when you go out to restaurants that when you order a grilled cheese, they use seed oils, sometimes in the form of mayonnaise. It's not the good type of mayonnaise that you're probably used to, not the deluxe stuff. Could even be that oleo, margarine, whatever slang term. This is pure, easy to digest beef tallow, same stuff that I use to cook Jack's French fries in. Now, if I didn't have this tallow, of course I would use pure real butter, but seed oils have zero place in this house or in any of us. Just saying.
Okay, now it's time for the storytelling part of this video as I wrap it up. The grandmother story. When I was a little girl, like many of us, we'd go to our grandmother's house, stay the weekend. I would always beg to go to my grandma's house. I was always excited to go. She'd let us get away with murder. She'd let us cook on her stove. She'd let us make a mess. It was a wonderful thing, and it was beyond the Susie homemaker things that I had. I was in a real oven. I didn't use my Easy Bake oven, but my grandmother would talk to my mother on the phone. She'd start in English. My grandmother was born in the United States, and so was her mother, born in the United States. But when they wanted to keep secrets from us, they talked in Polish. So, my grandmother would start out on the phone with my mother, your daughter, and all these dishes. She's making all these dishes for me. She keeps cooking. How much do I want to eat? She let me do it. The refrigerator was my oyster. As long as it was full, and it always was, I always found something to make, be it learned from my grandmother or from the Galloping Gourmet. If you're old enough to know who the Galloping Gourmet is, put his name down below in the comments, because I'm interested to find out how many of my peeps are out there. So, tons of dishes I would make for her, but she'd have to wash the dishes because it was her nice, good china. What you gonna do? Grilled cheese story. One time, I don't know, I think I was fasting or something, and Jack and I were coming back from Eau Claire after a doctor visit. He said, you want to eat? I said, nah, I'm fasting, but I'll go in and have some black coffee or some water with you. That's fine. So we're at this restaurant in Bloomer, which you could call it a greasy spoon. They're known for their pies. Basically, that's their front is the pies. It is their business, but they have a restaurant there, so that's their storefront. But they deliver to all the Quick Trips and all the restaurants their infamous pies. Between you and me, their pies are not that good. Just saying. He orders French fries and a grilled cheese, like what I just made him today, and a glass of milk. The bill came up to $12 and change. That did not include the tip. So when I tell you that restaurateurs take every cheapskate way to cut food costs, you gotta believe me. I was a caterer too. I was a caterer and I did not know better like I know better now. You know better, you do better. I know better now, I do better. It's butter in this house or beef tallow. But this grilled cheese and French fries that I made Jack, if it even was $1, even in today's economy, using good black cheese, yes, it was his favorite white bread. Yes, it was butter. Yes, it was 2 potatoes fried in beef tallow. But I'm still going to use the beef tallow because you guys saw the humongous bucket I bought, okay? Beef tallow is a staple here. There was no mayonnaise that was put on top of bread like the shortcuts are in the restaurants, or that secret cooking oil that they put on the flat tops. I threw up a little in my mouth just thinking about that oil. So in today's economy, yes, you can eat better. You know better now. You watch not only my channel, you watch the doctor's channels, you watch just basic news. This is not a political channel at all, but it's coming into the forefront now in politics where they're saying, why is it in America Kellogg's has this recipe and can have these brightly colored Fruit Loops, but you go to Canada or Italy or anywhere abroad, and maybe their red isn't as ruby red as it is in America. Maybe they use beet juice to make their reds darker for the package. That's the standards of other foreign countries. In America, all too often, the standards are overlooked because of the almighty dollar. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that you have advocates for health in whatever position they're at. There are good doctors out there too. They understand that the butter is not bad like the margarine is, for example. So that's my full day of eating, full day of cooking, little bit of fun that I had in my earlier part of the video. It's the genes. It's the gene pool. What you gonna do? You know, I got it from my grandma. Just saying. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will talk on Tuesday. Cheers, everyone.